anything around 10 to 15% should be a good pullback rule for you to long in these conditions. We longed it as up like 10% from our entry, a bit more than our previous entry where we longed from 1.39, I guess. So SPX, I think, eventually runs into new highs. Higher time frame, really clean chart, and once it does, I think you can eventually target like a rally into $2.53. Now coming to bonk, gave this bonk idea over the weekend as well. This 2300 flip was the key level you had to wait on bonk, and I had been bullish on bonk for a long time. I think we longed it multiple times last week start, but then we came closer to the pump fund launch, and I wanted to wait for it to see how things unfold at the pump fund launch. But since a bonk gave a really good reaction right after the launch, I think it's looking really good for a move eventually into 34, 20, 3500. And that's where I'm looking to TP my bonk position fully. And Mog, another coin, pretty much we caught like a 2x rally on it. I'm still letting run some of my partial bags in case we are able to flip yearly open and I'm able to ride a little towards new highs. What other positions do we have? I sometimes forget, but yeah, we discussed mostly. Another one is Woo, right? We bought this with the Titan validation yesterday as well. It's sitting like 6% above our entry. I'm looking to TP it much higher, like a good 30 40% mean reversion if you are able to catch. So far, moved stops break even. So yeah, that's what I have initially. As usual, audio cut out, or is it just me? Are you guys able to hear me, right? Okay, that's good. So yeah, that's what I had initially. As usual, I'd love to know from you people how your trading has been. What do you think about the market? How are you positioned currently, or anything in general you want to be talking about? Feel free to do so. New York Open soon in like 30 seconds. Do you think New York pumps? I don't have a magic ball, man. Let's see. LTC? We can have a look. Just wait a minute. Like right initially, I love to talk about market in the start of the stream because that's the most pivotal part where you want to know what stage of market we are in. How do you approach this market? How do you trade? Specific alts request we take towards the end of the stream, right? We do get a cool off. You mentioned you think a matter of couple of weeks, still more than which cool off? The one we are talking about that solved 200 retest, or like the BTC 1 hour cool off? Nah, this would be like max. Like, how long did the last cool off take? Right, just like a day or two. This one, or how much did this one take? Right. So I'm just like mimicking these two cool offs, and we'll get pretty much similar. I don't think we are at the stage where we get weeks of cool off. Right, we are in a heated environment with strong bids, so nothing too much to worry about. Due to my PTSD, I keep exiting positions after securing very little profits. Any advice? Stop doing it. Like the answer is in your question. Just take some partial profits and let your positions ride. One advice I could give you is to not be in like too many positions, right? Because that makes it difficult to make wiser choices. Pick your best choices of coins and enter them at good confirmations, and then just have conviction and keep on holding them, right? And as they move higher, you take out partials out. Um, you have been on fire, HPG. You helped me a good deal on these runs. That's good to know, brother. Market reminds me of 70K BTC breakout, and that went on for 3 weeks. Hopefully, we get the same. Yeah, exactly. All multi-month breakouts in BTC are pretty similar, to be honest. I don't know why people like to complicate. Like, uh, within the range, everyone would be bullish and they'd be like, we want BTC to break out. But as soon as it would break out, they would be like, nah, this is too much. This is euphoric. We'll wait for a pullback. We'll wait for a retest. Earlier, everyone would keep on longing the range highs and keep on getting chopped out, right? But once you finally get the breakout, that's where people try to be too smart. If you had to pick one Solana meme for exposure, which would you pick? Bonk. I think Bonk is the leading Sol meme right now. Like if you exclude maybe Pengu, apart from Pengu, I think Bonk is the one. Also, SPX is not a Sol meme. SPX is on Ethereum. I'm kind of positioned in the both. Shared ideas to be scaling into both of the coins. These are the two most bullish memes I believe in the market currently. What about Pepe? Okay, we can have a look on some of the charts now. Popcat is looking decent too. We bought some spot last week, still holding it. Where's my Pepe chart, man? This is the level you have on Pepe. Maybe a bit lower you can move it to, but yeah, something around here. So before getting into, you need. I really want to get into Pepe to be honest, but before doing that, this is a big res. It has to flip above. So this is what I'm waiting for. 1314. If it flips above, it's a good 25%, 30% rally that you can catch. So just set alerts above. If you start to get 4 hour closure above, you can start scaling in. I've set some alerts, but once you get this flip, where did my price? Yeah. It's a good 30% rally to be catching, to be honest. I like the start. Not sure your entry has longed on Bonk, by the way. Saw it in the channel, but it's not. When I checked for your information, yeah, I shade in my corner. I clearly said that I am longing on low leverage. I think it was on Saturday when the Pump Fun launched. You're getting a bit of pullback. That's nice. Give us this 1 hour retest and we long Bitcoin again. I still have like 40% position, 30-40% running from this weekend entry. I'm looking to add more once we get this 1 hour cool off. I'll continue longing Bitcoin as it's the easiest and the most cleanest long setups you can have. I'm in since 0.01. Should I keep the position? If I were you, I would take partials out here when it retested this daily level. And once it flips back, you add again, right? So you can take some profits out. And once you see me calling, because I will, if Pepe gives this flip, you can add back what you took out, right? Um, do you see 3 drive and hype? I don't think 3 drives work that good on bullish conditions, man. Most of time they are trap. But we can have a look. Is it trading view that's lagging or is it my internet? You're talking about this 3 drive? Now this is not a 3 drive. Could be like you can say that RSI is like yeah on 3 day it's a bit cleaner. 3 days a cleaner 3 drive. I know, but I think hype is still one of the bullish coins. Where do you see hype going to 80? Yeah, pretty much. I think 3 digits hype can easily trade into once you start to see alt rotation. Can you check XCN for a scalp? Okay, we can have some more alt requests. Which one did we had earlier? Pepe Sushi. It's been a long time I have heard about sushi. Why is trading view acting weird? Can you guys hear me clearly, or is my internet lagging? Because trading view is lagging, and I want to confirm whether it's my internet or. Okay. And the last time I charted sushi was back in, I think, March 24, or maybe even before that. It used to be a good ranging coin to be trading. Okay. Yeah. This is the flip you want sushi to give you before you start getting in. Yeah, pretty much. You can see how multiple times the price has rejected from this area, bounced, rejected last time as well. I'd say if it gives you like 74 flip, you can get some like uh 20-30% mean reversion on this coin. Don't be bag holdings things like these, but they can give you like good 20-30% mean reversions once they start giving you some clean flips. Like if it starts closing 12 hour above 76, you can get some position and sell at the next 20-30% run. Eve, I'm really bullish on, man. I think it's the leading ETH DeFi, especially like it's been strong without ETH strength, right? Once ETH starts getting really, strong ETF bids and ETH starts running into 3600, Ave would send hard. Chill guy, how are you planning to TP your WIF spot? Just give me a minute. We'll talk about WIF too. Man, what's wrong with trading here? Yeah, the two scenarios I can have in chill guy is one, it rejects here, sells off down, and gives you a retest back towards 59.20, right? In that case, you would probably also get this 12-hour 50 retest similar to the last time, and a good retest to be buying back into 72, right? If not, and let's say Chilga is bullish, then you just buy at this flip. Right now, it's rejecting from a good high time frame resistance, but if it gives you this flip, that's where you buy a long and look to TP for a good 50% move. I think these two somewhat equal highs eventually get taken out. So you wait for either this flip above. If not, then you start buying at this retest. Either of the two scenarios. Someone said with I'll set some alerts on chill guy myself. Whiff looks good. Our spot buys are like 20% up. I'm still looking for TP higher on this. I think if Bong especially leads, you eventually get some rotation into Whiff too. Yeah, this is the setup I had. My first major TP on Whiff is here, which I marked few days back. So it's around 1.19. 1.19 is my first TP, which is like 30% move. Once it flips, I think that's where you get a proper whiff rally into 1.7, where I'll set my sell all my spot on whiff. Yeah, first TP 1.18. You take out like good 30-40% out. What you can do is then hold 60% for 1.17, or what you can do is if you start to see clean flip above, what you sold at 1.18 you can add back and then have enjoy the final move into 1.7, 1.75, right? Someone said, Mr. Ave call, what should we be doing? No idea, man. It's your call. I don't think like you could be start scaling into Ave here, but that should definitely be some spot call with a spot play which you can gradually start scaling in. By the way, I've been shilling Ave to be buying on spots since like past 2 weeks now. But I still think it's a good spot buy to start gradually scaling in because eventually I think Ave trades around $500 plus. And on leverage, obviously you can't be getting into my setup because it's already up 5-6%. uh, to be longing on leverage, you can wait to see if you are lucky enough to get this 4 hour demand retest, right? So on leverage, you can start scaling, have some limits around 312, right? 312 down till 303 to be logging on leverage with the same stop loss I have called in the trades. Um, but maybe you don't get that retest, right? And in that case, you can just safely start scaling into spot and leave some bits to be adding lower if you get. Overall, I'm really bullish on AVE, similar to how I am on ETH. Higher time frame. भाई वेफ का बता I have talked about वेफ. I'm riding my spot from 0.87. My first TP is 1.18. Second TP is 1.75. Okay, LTC. if if XRP holds the range highest break, then a lot of these. Okay, but yeah, this is the level I had on LTC for a long time. This so yeah, definitely not buying here. But if it gives you this break, I'm setting some alerts. It could be a really good buy. So if you zoom in, I want to clean my chart a little. If you zoom in, you can see how this area, this yellow area, ended up being good range lows for a long period of time. And same area now we are retesting from lower, right? But if it ends up reclaiming above, you buy for a good move back into range highs, right? So I'll share the setup with you. Your long setup would look something like this, where you take some partial profits around here and then remaining around range highs. But I hope you get the setup, yeah, right? You don't long here or buy here. You wait for this reclaim, and that's where you start longing and buying. You're still holding Bonk. How do you play this narrative altogether? A plan. I think Bonk trades much higher. My first area where I'd be taking Bonk exposure out is 34. Dodge looks decent. I was looking at it a while back. It could be another one of the Dino coins that benefits once XRP breaks out. Yeah, it doesn't look bad. If you if you are already like if you're looking for some long this early week, you can try something on Dodge over here. Also, it's flipping the supply that we talked about few days back, sorry, and doesn't look bad. I'd say you what your stop would look like is 30 minutes close below 190. So you buy here, you leave some room to add at this 4 hour demand that hasn't been tapped yet. So you add around 20 if given. You long 50% here. Your stops are 30 minutes close below 190. Your first TP is 22 and remaining 24. That's how you can play. ENA? What's wrong with trading you? I do think ENA runs eventually, especially when ETH runs. Like it would give you a good move into 70, 80 cents, maybe $1 if you're lucky before it dies down forever. But similar like the APT play we talked multiple times, right? But do you buy here? Hmm. I'd wait for this like clean break. So clean break above 36, and I think it's a really good play. So wait for a clean close above 36, 36.20, and that's where you can start scaling. I like it a lot, the chart currently, with this double bottom and this potential break and a lot of inefficiencies to be felt above, especially if ETH rallies. But I'll wait for a good, clean 4 hour close above 36, 36.20. Do you think we are breaking 125K today with ETF beds? I think we can cool off a little, like just horizontally consolidate and then rally 125K plus. Or maybe we just go straight up from here, man. I don't have a magic ball. XRP is looking really good. Nairo? Mika, why do you ask about Nairo on every single stream? Like, what's your obsession with this coin? Like, I think you have asked 10 times from me on multiple streams about this coin. Um, but yeah, I can have a look in a while. Can you check Brett on CPI data coming up? How you see that? In my experience of this cycle, once you get strong rallies up on multi-month range breakout, CPI data usually get irrelevant. But obviously, if you get some really high inflation numbers, it could give you some short-term pullback. But I doubt that, to be honest. Either that would be like nothing burger, or it would be nothing burger in my opinion. But we'll see. Someone asked about bread. SPX should be running soon, to be honest. BTC just needs to chill today. And this should be running some numbers, man. Look at how good the high time frame chart looks on SPX. You see how, yeah, 100%. So we had, I think, the EU tariff announcement over the weekend, right? That Trump announced that EU is getting like 35-40%. We got like max a 0.5% sell off, and then we ended up pushing back into 123, which is insanely bullish, to be honest. Tau, I still have like 30% long on my tower running. Looks decent on high time frame. I think so. Fuck trading you, man. We long tower at this break, I believe. This was a stop. I think eventually Tau gets into 486 soon. Tau is one of the cleanest range plays you can do on an altcoin, to be honest. Ever since it flipped this mid range and these summer range highs, it was a good long. I think the first major resistance on Tau, where I think it continues eventually pushing into, is 486. 486 flip is where I'd get really bullish on Tau on higher time frame. But now I think we can target 486 for the final TP. The hardest thing right now is not trying to manage good entries, and I think and I've given that advice in the last run as well. Have 2 to 3 sub accounts on your exchange, right? One sub account should be for your low leverage higher time frame play, where you get some good entries and you never look at that account again, and you just manage it through your charts, right? Never looking at your PNL, never looking at small moves up and down. You just zoom out on your chart, and that's how you manage your bigger plays, right? Your higher time frame plays for bigger moves. On the other hand, there could be one sub account where you are just scalping on intraday, right? Which could be on BTC, right? Most of my lower time frame scalping I'm doing for the past days is on BTC, which is on a different sub account. Then I have a different sub account where I'm doing like low leverage on alts, which I don't touch that much, and where I'm comfortable letting runners run. And then you can have another sub account where, I personally just buy a spot on 1x or leverage, or just buy a spot and let it run for a much longer period of time. Like I'll let run mog with all these calls, right? So have sub accounts, and I think those would make you more comfortable running positions, right? Yeah, you can do it on same exchange. Bybit, I think you can have 10 sub accounts on a time. Mhm. And it's pretty convenient because you can switch within accounts within seconds. I'm on Mexi, so not trying to leave too much on there. Ah, man. Mexi would default soon. It's the Scamius exchange. I think it was few days back. I saw a post from member where they froze his funds, and they gave the typical scam reason, which was that we are managing risk for you, right? They start acting as your parents, and they are like, you are taking too much risk. We will not let you take too much risk, and that's the reason now we are, home arresting you and taking your capital back, and though they won't give you your capital. So pretty fishy exchange. Yeah, why not use Hyperliquid, to be honest? Wait for Dodge. Okay, where's the Dodge chart we had? Don't use Mexi, man. It's after FTX, it's the most scammiest exchange that exists currently on crypto market. The only problem I faced once they flipped my SPX position and I lost around 1K. What do you mean by they flipped your SPX position? And they here is Mexi, right? Okay, in the remaining time, show me some good alts you believe are looking good. Not some dead stuff, man. Even though I think dead stuff could run decent too in coming times. Render, Jasmine, CRV. Nice picks. Beautiful picks. The most three dead coins. I was longing SPX and suddenly it was shorting. Nice. Jasmine's a very clean chart. You won't be buying here because you can see it was your range lows for the entire cycle almost, right? ended up holding range lows for like 10 times, and we are retesting the same area. But if it's able to reclaim above this, I think it could be a good buy for some run. So a good 4 hour, 8 hour close above 0.018, you start buying some FT. I think AI is dead narrative for now. Focus on other things. But yeah, nah, don't like this, man. See, like it's still trading around lows while entire market is much higher. I know, looks weird. Pick better stuff. Render still better. Like it's still like most of the AI coins are dead and not something I'm interested in this stage of cycle. But render could somewhat be better if it reclaims like 4.2. Reclaim 4.2 and it can have some mean reversion. Dodge and whiff screenshot. Where did it go? So this is the screenshot on Dodge. The lower box marked is for DCA, and the upper two lines are for your TPs. We boycotting Caspa. First of all, what's Caspa? SUI is so strong. What's the beta for it again? Cetus. Cetus is the Dex coin on SUI, if I'm not wrong, right? Similar to like Radium on Sol. But for you to be bullish, really bullish on SUI and SUI Eco coins, you should be waiting on this. Where's my SUI chart? So SUI is getting very close to yearly open. Remember the last area where we tried shorting it and we had bad luck, but that was the Pico top, right? Yearly open on SUI, and we are reaching that area. But I also strongly believe that if we do flip above yearly open, then it's game on for SUI and SUI Eco coin. So just wait on this, flips yearly open, and I think there is a strong SUI rally coming up. So before getting exposure now in SUI, if you did attend, I think Friday stream it was, we talked about how if it flips this mid range 3.5, it would be a good area to long. I missed this play, but now it's approaching closer to yearly open, so I want to see if it's able to flip or not. Yo, Muza, how you doing? Just give me like 2 to 3 minutes. I know you have a stream scheduled. I'll be ending in 2 3 minutes max. To be honest, you wait for this yearly open reclaim. If it does, I think it rallies hard, and that's where you can add some SUI low leverage and some CTES exposure. CTES could be rallying strong if SUI breaks above yearly open. It's undervalued Dex coin on SUI, and it could do some good numbers if SUI rallies. Let's set some alert on ENA. I think if it flips 0.36362, it could break out good, especially if ETH runs. XMR, the privacy token, right? Is it still a thing? I remember trading it back in like 2021, 2022. Monero is all over CT, is it? I thought it's like a lost narrative, but they're not looking too bad. Like where can I find a chart with some good history? Maybe this. Surprisingly, it's like not looking too bad. I thought privacy narrative and tokens were pretty dead. Like I remember privacy tokens like I forgot the names. There used to be BAT, XMR. Okay, I've forgotten the names, but most of the privacy tokens, I think they got delisted on Binance, if I'm not wrong, right? But yeah, I know weird chart, but looks decent. Like maybe it's consolidates here for a while, and then eventually breaks higher. Privacy is coming back strong. Could be, but not too aware on this narrative, so can't say much. Hmm. No major pullback on New York Open as well. Infinite bids on market continue. Pump, would you play it? I think bonk over pump fun. I think bonk outperforms pump fun by a lot in coming days. You can already see that happening, right? You can see pump fun being down like 19% from highs while bonk is making new highs. I haven't checked the recent volumes on both of the launch pads, but I believe Bong Fun is still pulling a lot more volume than Pump Fun, if I'm not right. So probably be bullish in Bong and not touching too much on Pump Fun, to be honest. I even think it could be a good synthetic trade where you just be long Bong, short Pump Fun. Price target. Okay, I don't want to take any more Muzza's time of streaming. So Bonk is my first major target on Bonk is 3420, 3480. Flip that and then probably new all-time highs. Um, so I'd like to just summarize in the end, before I end, is that BTC continue trading super bullish, infinite bids coming up. You have ETF buying, Sailor buying, a lot of Sailor similar institutions starting to buying as well. And I think this kind of price action would continue for a while, which we have seen multiple times. Whenever you get a good multi-month range breakout, you just keep on aggressively longing Bitcoin on every cool off. We have done that last two times. We got paid well, and fuck trading view, man. It hung again. Okay. So yeah, last time we longed at a good lower time frame cool off back around 110. Then we longed again over the weekend at 117. I'm looking to long again if it gives this 1 hour RSI retest on 50, right? If it does, we long again for the move into 125, 130. Majors look good as long as ETH continues holding above 2870. Our swing plays out, and my first target on the swing is 35, 3600, and then eventually 4000. As long as Sol holds above 160, I'm targeting 190. AVE play is always running full setup. SPX looks really good. KSM on our challenge is still running. So overall good market, man. Keep on enjoying the fun while it lasts. Don't forget to book profits as things move higher. And yeah, don't let risk management be out of the place, even though things look really good, right? So yeah, that's it from my side. How do you set up this one on your trading view? This bar? I forgot, man. I have this for a very long time now, but there is. I think yeah, you can do it by a way where you go on any of these tools on the left, and then you add anything on favorites, right? Doing that would give you this new bar where all your favorite tools are. So yeah, that's it from my side. Hope you will had a good time. Talk to people soon. Take care. Allah Hafiz.